right, everybody, we're back. Another episode 133. Boy, I think that's 33 in a row that I've actually gotten the number correct. So
Ever since I joined.
Yeah.
ever since I started keeping track, you mean?
Ever since I joined.
And having a list of legitimate things to talk about. So I'm here with Tom, Sonic Tom from the wrestling show.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
And the anime show, and Mexican Joe.
Yeah, Mexican for last, best for last.
Shay's saved for last. She gives me blowjobs, so that's the best.
So that shouldn't I be
Oh.
first then?
I thought you already said her. I know. I thought you already said her.
Maybe I
That's
did,
all
but I'll
know.
tack her on at the end too. It's helping pad out the show of members. So here's what happened. People are gonna ask, "Where's Joel?" I got some very sad news.
Aw.
We
Joel-
finally fired him.
No, Joel got crushed by a thick black chick. Finally, he found one so thick he couldn't handle her.
But see, this is what happened. Joe's gone by black chick, I guess, and then now everything's just out of whack. It's like, no.
Joel, for those who don't know, Joel's a very big party animal. He's just been raving up.
He went to
Joel
Florida
outside.
with SJ.
Yeah.
They got stuck in the purge. he was able to buy the prostitutes down there because they were free.
I picture a scene of Joel and SJ walking down like Brooklyn in giant pimp coats, slinging money at thick black chicks.
I can say that, yeah.
Those like Halloween costume ones, like the big
like the
purple
very
ones.
cheap ones. Yeah, with their pimp hats.
Who had the bigger hat?
Not Joel.
Yeah, no.
I can imagine it was SJ who had the bigger hat because he needed to compensate for something.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
So, believe it or not, we are going to talk about a little bit of things. And much like this podcast doesn't have an origin story, neither will Doctor Strange.
Oh.
Yay, finally.
All you need to do is have him in a car accident and then his broken hands. That's all you need to show.
Yeah.
Just Incredible Hulk it, and there you go.
I think the thing with Doctor Strange is his backstory and how much you can get into is so complex that the simpler you make it, just like the Guardians of the Galaxy, the better your movie will be. So,
Oh, well, you end up spending an hour explaining the origin story.
And you could just get it out of the gate. He's already Doctor Strange. Bam, magic.
Well,
You'd be like, what?
they already sort of hinted at it because like Hydra already knew about him, so
Right.
he obviously has been around for a while then.
right, and I don't want to see a movie that goes all the way back and it jumps forward and it's like, oh, he's taking forever. It's like, no, just have him doing Sorcerer Supreme shit.
Oh,
I don't
so
know, man. I want to see him in med school, like he be cheating, be like, yo, what's the answers, Becky? I'm trying to get over here.
so you don't like the fact that they might Man of Steel it then?
Well, what do you mean by that? You mean just like flashbacks?
Well, basically.
Well, I mean, like Batman Begins, man, there's a like, I mean, you can have maybe one
Batman
flashback.
Begins was more chronological, but it was more Rises that had the jumping around.
Yeah. I mean, they might not have flashbacks. It could just be like,
I mean,
the Incredible Hulk in the beginning, 5 minutes, bam.
That's my feeling. I think they're going to do that quickly, and then there'll probably be a scene of Nick Fury trying to recruit him for the Avengers, and he's just like, I don't want in on this. Get the hell out of here, you know?
Yeah. He just slams the door in his face.
It's like, I don't need you, Samuel Jackson. I'm over here being a doctor. What you know about being a doctor?
He's
like,
Samuel motherfucking Jackson. He's
Motherfucker,
probably
do you know how
been-
many pussies I've inspected in my life?
He's probably been a doctor in some film.
Oh,
I think he has.
He's been a
I
doctor.
think
He was the first doctor of Thugonomics. What?
I think he was the doctor. I think he was a doctor in that awful film called Jumper.
Oh.
Oh, no. He wasn't a doctor.
I think they call him Professor or something like that. I saw that film when I was in New York. That's how sad it was.
I saw that movie too, and I forgot it existed, honestly.
Armin refused to have me watch it. He's like, no, it's so bad your brain would just
It
not
makes
compensate.
Hayden Christensen look good in episode 3.
I know.
And also the fact it would, if you do say it, your brain will literally jump out of your head. That's how bad it is.
Now, guys, speaking of other things that are full of bullshit, a few weeks of Superman pictures and Scoop McNair is wearing green socks. Clearly, he's the Flash, right?
Yeah.
No. That's why, people. Why? He's that Flash.
I'm like, he could just be, they're like, I don't know.
I think that's it. He could be like an amputee, and he's one of those guys that's hating on Superman because of the destruction of Metropolis. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Maybe that's also his favorite color, and he was just wearing those socks retardedly that day. Guys, you never know.
Now he goes up to Superman and he's like, "Yo," you have beef with him and say, "Yo, you blew up my city," and Superman blows his feet off.
No, he just lasers his feet off. He's like, "God damn it."
That sounds cruel and unusual. Also,
my
look who's
God.
here! Look who's
my
here!
God.
He survived Shaquanda face sitting. Holy shit!
Well, the second you start talking about lasering people's feet off, I just have to be here.
Well, you missed it, guys. It took a woman to get Joel to actually get to the podcast.
Well, I'm a simple man, Shay. A simple man.
You missed
He didn't see the Joe signal though.
Nope, he didn't see the fat chick up in the air.
Oh.
He missed that. He was sleeping while she flew over his house.
Well, he was covered under Shaquanda's ass,
He couldn't hear.
It's hard to move, man.
I thought the Joe signal was just a giant propane can in the sky.
True. Dang it. So, Joel, we were talking about if Scoop McNair, why he's wearing green on his legs. Clearly, because if you're going to use the Flash, you're just going to CG his legs out.
Yeah,
He's Metallo.
Oh yeah, there was someone who said that, and I was like, I'd believe that over the Flash, but I don't even believe that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he's probably an amputee.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's lesser known DC villain Dr. Legs.
Only you know that.
What if
I'm joking, Dan?
What if he just has giant rocket boots and that's what they're going to CG on there?
Why would they CG them on? It'd be so much easier for them to just.
Yeah, it would have been easier to save $100 million giving Green Lantern an actual costume, but no, they wasted on a shitty CG one, so it's DC's
they wanted
logic.
to make sure he had a penis suit. Jesus,
oh, well, whatever. Speaking of penises and rising, Adrian Palicki has been cast as Mockingbird.
Ooh, I like her.
Such good casting, it's pure genius.
Mm-hmm.
It's like as much as I can rage against Arrow, I'm just like, damn, you're good casting. Actually, I would cast that.
It's Shield.
Shield, bro, Mockingbird.
Oh, Mockingbird. I'm not awake yet. I literally woke up and got.
Adrian Palicki. She's super good looking. She's one of those chicks that I've had like a TV crush on since like the first thing I've ever seen her on, and she was great in G.I. Joe 2. So yay!
So
Plus she's got name cachet.
And I also didn't mind her. Like, I mean, that Wonder Woman pilot was bad, but I mean, I didn't mind her if she would have got.
Solid in that,
yeah, I wouldn't mind if she got another chance at it, but probably not anymore.
So does this confirm that Joe likes Arrow then?
Yes.
Well, he's gonna have to watch it regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I better get to like it, because if not, those 23 episodes are going to be fucking murder. I mean, I'm playing. If people are wondering, again, the Patreon hit 900, so I have to stream myself watching the first season. I'm thinking of doing that this weekend, maybe, or at least trying to start it this weekend.
I'll jump in to keep the order, aka start shit.
And then all the videos.
I'd just be there to laugh.
All the videos get taken off YouTube.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be him. Like everybody's gonna be like,
Joel
what
just
is
depressed.
Joel doing with his hands?
Joel's dropping, motherfucker.
It's because of the fact that we're talking about him. He's gonna be masturbating throughout the whole thing. All you're gonna see is his hand going up and down.
Arrow
abs,
is
abs.
actually killing him.
I can imagine just in the first episode, it'd just be Joel in the shower in the fetal position and just crying.
It's gonna be what happened to Incredible Hulk. He's gonna just sit there and be like, things are shooting at me. Horrible acting. Man.
So, other piece of news, Marvel, of course, today they started actually shooting Ant-Man in San Francisco this morning, and the first picture is already online of Paul Rudd. He looks beat up as hell.
He looks like a hobo.
He looks
like he's living out that van.
I was gonna say, you beat me to it, Joe. He looks like he's living in a van down by the river.
In my video, I already, I said it. He looks like the anti-hero they've been saying he's going to be. He looks like he's up to no good. His car's a piece of shit. Like, he just looks run down and going nowhere in life. Which is like, yeah, that's Scott Lang. That's so perfect.
Yeah. Again, this is Marvel we're talking about. They seem to deliver on every single one of their films so far.
Yeah, that is very, very true.
That being said, there's a lot of pressure for Ant-Man. A lot of people, man.
Dude, it looks cool, though, just from this picture. I'm just like, yeah.
There was a lot of pressure on Guardians, and look how that's going.
True.
My God, the Guardians, oh man. I'm so surprised it's still doing so phenomenal.
Apparently, it's poised to break domestic for Spider-Man and Man of Steel and and Captain America, which is fucking nuts.
I just got the chills.
They're multiplying. It's electrifying.
Nice.
We're all just gonna break out and dance, and
I ain't
Armin's
dancing.
gonna be in.
But wait, is his daughter living with them in the van?
You would think.
Yeah, I would assume, or maybe she's with a cousin or something.
She watches over him in the nice apartment building next door, and she's just like, "Hey, Dad, what are you doing down there? We live up here."
He just hangs out down there because he's like, man, I don't want to walk up these stairs.
Why does Daddy Scott hang out in the shit van down by the river?
It's like, Dad, you need to wash your van again. Why? Someone wrote free candy on it. God damn it.
I bet you, here's the connection, right? Here's what's going to happen. The movie's going to start, and that van is actually the rundown Minotaur from Role Models, and it's the same character. So Shaw William Scott is going to show up to finger things.
Oh,
it's going to happen.
And then we're going to also, for some reason, have McLovin in this.
I'm down. That is the best casting ever.
Yeah.
McLovin is Yellow Jacket.
Oh God.
Oh, he's just
he needs to hit puberty first, guys. Like that guy has not hit puberty.
Yeah,
he's an amazing actor, but he's just one of those actors that's never.
I don't even know his
puberty.
name. I just call him McLovin.
He is.
So McLovin is essentially SJ, but if SJ was cool.
And we didn't make fun of him behind his back.
Chicka, yeah.
We're like assholes, but not really, because it's SJ. That's all good. It's all good.
He's just happy we're talking about him.
True.
I had to sit there and have Army, and I was like, wait a minute, is this guy SJ? He's like, yes, you're friends with him on Facebook. I'm like, okay, now I know who it is.
You're friends with him on Facebook, which means soon you'll be a corpse.
Oh God.
And knowing is half the battle.
Stay out coffee shops.
Well, good thing I don't drink coffee very much.
And Dunkin' Donuts.
I'm a tea man myself.
Tea bags.
I knew you were going there. I'm like, the second I mention this, he's going to mention bags, isn't he?
Well, speaking of tea bags, I don't know how this relates to anything. No
because
segue
he's
going
get
anywhere.
All baggy soon if he doesn't stop
True,
the steroids.
because The Rock. More Shazam movie news.
Well,
damn it, guys, just come out and announce it already if it's
happening. I know, it's just weird because, he says it's a Shazam movie, it's coming, but also he doesn't really say if he's Shazam or Black Adam. I remember we said he should do both because he can do both, like both character and he's a physical presence.
Yeah.
Right.
He has that personality and charisma to pull off the role, I feel.
But, I don't know. Still, people are still bagging, like saying, "Oh, I can't see him as Shazam's." Like, yo, if he's Shazam and he kills it, you're all gonna be like saying, "Oh, he's perfect."
I can't see Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Just announce the movie. Announce the goddamn movie if it's happening. Stop teasing me.
It's also weird because he does say in that interview, I couldn't really understand the way he said it in the translation, so I had to actually read the Spanish version of it. Because I was just like, it didn't make sense. And then when I read it, I was like, oh. And then he kind of says that it's like it's in canon it's in this universe with Batman and Superman.
Right, it's world building. Even if at one point it wasn't, it has to be.
Yes, it is now. That's the feeling I got. It's like, hey, it wasn't supposed to be in continuity. It is now.
Yeah, they're gonna switch out someone for
big,
Shazam.
Though he's so huge.
Yeah.
I'm just like, how can he be Shazam? Like, he can't fit in anything. They would have to custom tailor.
He is going to dwarf everybody else if they're in the movie with him.
I know.
There is that one picture of Shazam though that was just like, that you could see his muscles popping out, his New 52 style, and the lightning on his chest. I was just like, okay, that Rock has the same muscles right there.
Yeah.
I was like, but it's still weird. Like, it's gonna be if he's Shazam, because I still think he's Shazam, even though most people are just saying, he's probably gonna be Black Adam.
I can see Black Adam too.
Like I've said, he's gonna play both.
I thought so hard he's actually playing neither of them. He's just being that asshole troller. He's getting tips from Matt. And he's just trolling the world, being like, "Nah, guys, I'm actually just a pure CG body. I'm just here because of my muscles. What they're doing is they're gonna put somebody else. They're gonna put Batman's face on me, and I'm actually Batman."
Watch him just be saying shit. It's like, he is Darkseid. It's like,
you just in the animated body, just put Will Arnett's face on it.
It was so weird what he said though too. He's all like, "Yeah, I've been a fan of anti-heroes as well," and I was just like, wait, what? I thought Shazam's not really an anti-hero.
Shazam's no anti-hero.
But hey, mate, I'm telling you, he'll probably be both.
What they should do is just dip the motherfucker in blue paint and be like, "No, it's Apocalypse. We won't even need CG."
True.
Like honestly, he's giant enough to dwarf everybody else on the screen. Just like, yeah, look, you know, he's a bodybuilder, so whatever.
I want to see if he does play Darkseid. I want to see him do the rock bottom on Superman.
Oh yeah, of course.
Any character he plays, I just want to see him rock bottom.
Or the People's Elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Darkseid do the People's Elbow.
Like I said, the perfect movie trailer moment. Little Billy Batson jumps off a giant building. Right before he hits the ground, he screams, Shazam, and he elbows the villain. Done.
Yes.
It'd be perfect.
Can you smell what Shazam is cooking?
And I feel like he'll be the most hyperactive out of the Justice League.
Well, we
Really
hope
will.
so. We hope they don't do what DC does, is take characteristics,
true.
Actors with charisma and dumbs them down to fucking...
Oh, do you say no to The Rock, though?
Yeah, true.
No, you can't. Well, I keep saying with his performance, I wonder, is he going to be Shazam as a completely separate personality?
Yeah.
Or is he going to be the little kid as Shazam, where he's still very much a little kid at heart and in mind? He's just the
going to be
mightiest
that
man.
one because of
think
his
that-
mentality of how fun he does it.
Do you guys think they're possibly smart enough to use that Captain America technology
I was actually
where
just about
they
to say
de-age
that.
The Rock and put him on a little kid actor?
Ugh, that would be frightening, I
Oh
think.
god, the little kid.
Rock.
No, a little kid, but they got the Rock's voice.
See,
With
but
the
it's also
giant Dwayne Johnson head.
that's also the key though. The who if he's Shazam, who's Billy Batson? Like it's really, even
They'll
though he
probably
is going to be
cast some dumb
Shazam.
name.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
gonna
But I
be
just hope that he works out.
Confirmed. You want to know who it is? It's McLovin.
Oh my god.
See, now
He does-
that's a movie I would see. McLovin turns into The Rock, the mightiest man
Yeah,
on
I've
earth.
always wanted to. I tell you, I've always wanted to see a white kid turn into The Rock. It's my dream.
turn Half black, half Samoan, race we don't really know guy.
He's The Rock. He's his own
so-
race.
He's
Yeah.
his
Michael
own.
Jackson.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So Samuel L. Jackson. All right, we got this. He's gonna be it. Samuel L. Jackson's gonna be somehow he's gonna be a kid, and
I'm a little kid, motherfucker.
he's gonna be just some punk kid.
Give me my juice box, motherfucker.
I still
Okay,
before we I guess move on. Next, I just think he's the movie's gonna be in the 2016 one. I think it's the 22nd one.
Right.
I still think that,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just me.
Probably. That sounds probable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we got more news here. A bunch of episode 7 crap. We had leaked helmets, leaked details. The villain, who is apparently a leader of a retold version of the Inquisitors.
Which we are already going to see a villain called the Inquisitor on Star Wars Rebels.
Right. Pretty cool.
Which is crazy to think that they're that tight together continuity-wise now.
Right, and apparently there's going to be flashbacks of Darth Vader talking to him in the movie. And apparently Sheamus from WWE is going to be Darth Vader.
I just
Are you making that up?
Armin
No,
told-
I am
Armin
not making
told
this
me
shit
that,
up.
And I was
Wait,
like, wait, what? And he's like, yes, no, that Irish
No,
guy.
here's the thing. Sheamus has been tweeting like weird Star Wars things here and there, right? And suddenly he was saying he'd be interested in playing Darth Vader. All of a sudden, he's in Ireland, close to the sets, when he shouldn't be, when he's taking time off from WWE to do personal projects, snapping pictures of himself and being hashtagged with Star Wars things. And people are like, are those rumors true?
But he's probably just going to be the body of
Exactly,
Darth Vader.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's like the original guy who did him was the Green Cross guy here in England. So
Right. Look, but I think that's pretty cool, if they are going to put Vader in there in flashbacks, because we already know there's a potential of retcon, because they said there's going to be some sort of relation to Count Dooku.
I'm good. I'm glad they're doing that because they're trying to tie it together somehow.
Right. And, unfortunately, Fox sucks, so...
Can I just imagine? It's just like they don't bother to dub him, and he just talks to everyone in Irish accent.
But poor Laura, the dark side is strong in this one. Oh, but the Jedi will always return.
That's
I could not take that
That's
movie
what
serious.
I want in the movie.
Oh, someone put a bomb in me lightsaber. Oh no!
Oh god, I could not take that role seriously if that happened.
And you know what else is might be happening over on the Flash? Potential Flashpoint paradox.
Supposedly, yeah.
Well, it's too early.
If you look at the end of the first episode, which we all hypothetically, or some of us have seen.
Hypothetically, yeah. They certainly make it seem like that's the end game where they want to go with it.
Would it be the end of first? Nah, it wouldn't be the end of first. I think it'd probably be the end of the second season if they try something like that.
Right.
It should be the end of the series, just period. Final episode of the thing. That's where you go with it.
He runs, he runs and does that speech, and then he ends up somewhere. Like, oh, we know.
Pops up on the cosmic treadmill. I mean, Professor Zoom, again, hypothetically, is already going to be a villain in the thing. So, I mean, that's already a lot of time travel baggage you got to deal with just to explain that dude's origin, assuming they explain it the way it is.
Here's the thing. They did the end of the episode, and you're looking at it, you're like, so, in 10 years this is happening. So if this show lasts 10 years like Smallville, so we're going to see Bruce Wayne and Quinn Industries merge?
It's probably like... Jeff Johns, you could do this, Jeff Johns.
I just want to see Thomas Wayne as Batman, just going around just killing everyone. Just saying, be pretty cool.
Yeah, I just want to see it now. It's like, come on, I want to know what they're gonna do.
Wouldn't that be some shit? You can't use regular Batman for your show, but you can have crazy alternate reality Batman.
I wouldn't mind that. They can get away with that.
I'd be okay with that too. Yeah, I'd be okay with that too.
How about the more interpretations we can get of characters, the better?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't on the thing, but I want to talk about it now. Obviously, a lot of the Marvel actors have one or two movies left, and they're gone. Captain America, Thor. Now, a lot of people are saying you just move on to a new character, you don't recast the same character, right? Now, I want to talk with you guys about, do you think that's the wrong way to do it about it? Because Michael Keaton was great as Batman. Val Kilmer took over. The movie made even more money.
We could argue about quality, but yes.
Right. I mean, but, then Batman and Robin killed it due to bad reviews. But do you think that that's the wrong way to go about it, is just moving the character on? Like, I feel like they should do the James Bond thing. I mean, everybody always says, this guy's the definitive James Bond. No one can take it over. Then the next one takes over, and everybody's like, well, this guy's the James Bond.
I kind of thought they would go that way.
So Doctor Who, James Bond sort of type way, I can see you going like that.
That would...
Yeah, I mean, obviously the hardest one would be to do Robert Downey Jr. right out of the gate, because he's the one that started the whole thing. He's the one people most know. If they could nail recasting him, I think I would be open to them recasting other people if they had to.
Honestly, none of us thought, man, who could they get to play frickin' Wilson Fisk? There's nobody out there. Then we see the first video, what he's going to look like. Oh my god, that's Kingpin.
Yeah.
It's that type of thing. We can never think until we see the actor already cast, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely.
I mean,
but in some cases too, I think you should be able to let certain characters just finish and be done with. Because I mean, everyone's not Captain America, where you have a great history of other characters taking up the mantle.
Yeah. Right.
And I think it's a continuous thing. Like, every single character has a beginning, middle, and end.
Right.
So every single character is going to hit the end of their road at some point, and it's no circumstances here in the movie universe. It's going to end at some point.
If we're to believe Kevin Feige, which there's no reason to not believe him since he's honest about everything, he says they have the Marvel Cinematic Universe mapped out till 2028, which I believe him. I mean, the guy clearly knows what he's doing. Hell, in 2006, when they started Iron Man 1 and Hulk, they said, we know the end game till 2014. And clearly, they've had a plan this entire time.
What I wouldn't give to break into the offices and look at their notes.
I know, right? So it's like, you're looking at what they have set up. I mean, clearly, all these characters are going to play some sort of giant role in there, but it's like, do they recast, do they not recast, or do they take a character like Iron Man, not do anything with him for 8 or 9 years, and then come back with Invincible Iron Man, or something like that. That's, recast a new actor when you've built up Ant-Man to the point where Ant-Man is the new Iron Man. Everybody's like, you can't recast Paul Rudd.
Yeah, really hard to believe.
I wouldn't mind that. Like, basically, you you bring characters in and you take them away for a good few years, and then you bring them back with a new actor. I wouldn't mind that.
Well, they do that in comics all the time, where it's like, hey, look, it's the character you liked, only he's drawn a little different.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be really hard, only because of the fact that we're all falling in love with the people, not just them as characters. We fall in love with them as their character. We fall in love with the person, their persona, and trying to find somebody who can basically. They wouldn't be able to have the freedom of playing themselves as this new character. They have to go and they have to play as Robert Downey Jr. or they have to play as Chris Evans.
I think that's going to be the problem, because whoever they cast is going to try to be like, well, do I have to be Robert Downey Jr.? It's like, oh, because that worked, you know. But you can't recapture that magic that he has, right?
Yeah.
Unless you have a really good take on it, where it's like, look, this is my Tony Stark,
right, as
Iron Man, and I'm going to play him completely differently.
Once again, we bring up the Batman thing, because every actor plays it completely different. Every actor has some good quality, like.
But they're also not on the same continuity.
Well, Batman and Robin forever and Keaton were, so.
But
those.
That's what's going to be hard. If they're going to do it, don't introduce them into a movie. Don't throw them directly into a movie, because people are going to get pissed the fuck off.
Right.
What
you have to build them up.
You do it into S.H.I.E.L.D., or you throw them into one of these TV shows to just be like, hey, guys, did you see? It looks like Tony shaved or something. Kind of something like that, to be like, okay, people in the back of their minds now, they're like, okay.
Or like, hypothetically, let's say we get to Ant-Man 3 or something, right? And he needs new tech, and we haven't seen Tony Stark since Iron Man 3, and it's been like 6 years. They cast a new Tony Stark. He's like, dude, I need new technology. I'm going to go visit Stark. And, we have a brand new actor to get, people used to him.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely the best route to go. I mean...
Or you could go incredibly comic book with it and go, hey, I'm still the same Tony Stark I always was. I just had crazy comic book facial reconstructive surgery to make me look like this other guy.
You're talking about the Punisher when they turned him black.
Oh yeah. The Punisher was black for a little bit, everybody.
Oh yeah.
He turned his face black and he gargled with acid to give himself a deep voice.
So Sean?
Yeah, so Sean.
Sean doesn't have a deep voice. He sounds like a little kid.
That's what he needs to do, so it sounds like he hit puberty.
Every single time I hear Sean, I always think about that guy. Say, what are you talking about, Willis?
Wow, what you talking about, Sean? A new series coming to the comicbookcast.com.
What you talking about, Sean?
It's just shot-for-shot remakes of that show, just with Sean.
Oh, jeez.
We should do that. Yeah. We actually should.
Just get me and Tom Fly out there. We film the whole thing.
There you go.
Yep. So, is there anything else to talk about? I think that's about all the news we had this week.
Joe would be happy that they got Komodo on their own.
Oh yeah, Komodo's coming.
I just read that thing, and my first question is, how the fuck are they going to do that? Are they going to? They're already bringing in the League of Assassins, from what I understand.
I think he's going to be part of that overarching Ra's al Ghul storyline. That's what kind of they say. So
Komodo from the comics doesn't make sense with this new universe, because you don't have the stuff with his dad or the Outsiders or the Totems or anything. He was interesting because he was a villain that made sense in that storyline. I have no idea how they're going to do him in this.
We're just going to have to wait and see, Joe.
I guess.
Well, because Tom's not here, I'm basically got to take up the mantle for him. Shitworms.
There you go.
What is it with you British people and shitworms?
You will make him proud, Tom.
Yeah, I'm only doing it because he's not here. So someone had to say it. And also Bane Dick as well.
He lives in your heart, man, and he is moving your actions.
He's actually living in his heart, like Tom ate him.
Oh, yeah, he does have crazy eyes.
Talk shit behind his back.
See, that's why I had to jump on as soon as I did, because I'm like, man, they're probably talking mad shit about me behind my back when I'm not.
All I said is you got crushed by a thick black chick because you're into face sitting.
Well,
and that sounds like a good way to go, Joe.
If you have to pick a way to go.
So, dire suffocation then.
Yes, by Big Booty.
You have to pick one.
The only way to go is by giant ass.
Mm-hmm.
Twerk.
I just hope I don't get my nose in your butthole, lady.
Oh. Yeah, you might get some shitworms up there.
Yeah. So, is this show going anywhere? Or is that going to wrap it up? Is there anything anybody could say?
I think we're desperately trying to end it.
Watch Dynamic.
Well,
Yes.
another week, another show. Thanks for joining us, people. And as always, go follow us on all our things because reasons and show outs. Not $9.99 though, because we're not WWE. We're not gonna hammer that into every promo.
I put that on my Minecraft house for rent, only $9.99.
I love how they worked into their promos now. They're like,
Yeah.
and I'll see you at SummerSlam, and I'll kick your ass for $9.99 on the WWE Network.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Oh.
Hey guys, Joel here reminding you that this video was made possible thanks to our many great patrons. If you want to become a patron and get exclusive comic book cast content, then click the Patreon link below and see how you can help us bring you the content you've come to love. Every little bit helps, and thanks for listening.